Hey YouTube! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Leah and this is my story about why I came to Switzerland. So if you are one of the many people that have asked me, what am I doing here? Why did I move to Switzerland? What made me pick Switzerland? Etc, etc. I'm about to answer that question right now. So just before we start, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, thumbs up this video, and watch my most recent video or hearing me speak Swiss German for the very first time on camera. I will post the link right here. So, why did I move to Switzerland? What am I doing here? Okay, so we are going to start at the very beginning. So, at birth, I was adopted. So, my parents happened to be Swiss, both of them. So my parents were born and raised in Switzerland, and then they moved to America, settled in for a while, had my older brother naturally or biologically, and then adopted me and my younger brother. So yes, not only was I adopted interracially, but also, you know, I was adopted from a different culture. So that was very interesting, and yeah, it was difficult, definitely difficult yet interesting childhood that I had. You know, because my parents were not only white, but they were also Swiss. You know, they were from a completely different country, a different culture, so it was different for me. So if you know anything about adoption, then you know that it's difficult to grow up being adopted, because it's like you're constantly searching for your identity. Because, you know, unlike other people in a normal family, you could look at your father, your mother, you could see similarities, you know, physically, or even, you know, part of your personality you could see because of genetics. Genetic does pass down, you know, personality traits. So, you know, that has always been difficult growing up in an adopted family. But then on top of that, my parents, you know, were from this different culture that, you know, I didn't see in America. So it's not like, you know, I think it would have been easier growing up here in Switzerland, because although my parents were different, I could walk outside and it wouldn't be a different world. So, but growing up with my parents, it was difficult because, you know, my parents, you know, immersed us in a lot of Swiss culture still. We celebrated Swiss holidays. You know, my parents spoke Swiss German to us our whole lives, even until today. So, you know, at home, I was, you know, in this completely different environment with a completely different culture, but then I'd step outside and go to school, and I would be immersed in this, you know, American culture that did not, you know, reflect what I was experiencing at home. So there was always that, like, disconnect. It was foreign almost, you know. Just as an example, so my mom, for Christmas, she wouldn't make typical American Christmas cookies, which, you know what, in America we do a lot of sugar cookies and snickerdoodles. She would actually make, you know, Swiss holiday cookies. So that was also always something that I never, you know, there was no connection for me with that. But here in Switzerland, I remember the first time around the holiday season, I went into the grocery store and I saw all of the Christmas cookies, all the cookies that I grew up around. It was such a powerful moment, because for once I recognized all these Christmas cookies and it felt like home to me. You know, like I walked in there and I was like, oh my gosh, my mom used to make these cookies all the time. I know what these are called. I know what they taste like. It was such a powerful connection. And that has happened to me this whole time that I've been in Switzerland. You know, all the things that my parents talk about and the things that my parents do as far as their personality, their behavior, it makes so much sense. Like when I'm here in Switzerland, there's that connection, because that's what I grew up around. So, taking it back to the question, what am I doing here in Switzerland? So, because, you know, I never felt that connection in America, I wanted to move here to Switzerland to kind of, in a sense, help me find my identity. Because it's like a confusion for me between like the Swiss and American culture. It's always been like this foggy area that I didn't know which one I felt most comfortable in. So I decided to move here for that. I wanted to also learn more about my parents. You know, there's no other Swiss people in America, so I couldn't like learn more about Swiss culture in America. All I knew was from my parents. So now that I'm here, I'm learning more about their culture, how they grew up, and, you know, learning more about why they are the way they are. I also moved here because I wanted to get to know my family better. So, I mean, in America, all I had was my mom, my dad, and my 2 brothers. That's it. We just had our family. No extended family lives in America. They all live here in Switzerland. So that was always hard growing up. You know, only having your immediate family with you is difficult. So I wanted to come here to be closer to my extended family, because a lot of them I've never met before, or I've only met once. The first time I came to Switzerland, I think I was 2 years old. So, I mean, they've met me, but I never remembered them. My grandmother, both of my grandmothers on my mom's side and my dad's side would come to America when we were younger, but you can imagine how expensive that is, and it was hard to keep up. So, and the third reason why I moved to Switzerland is because I have always dreamt about moving abroad as an adult. Once I graduated, I knew that a goal of mine was, once I graduated, I got my degree, that I would go to a foreign country and teach English. That has always been a dream of mine. I didn't pursue it for other reasons. I was held back for other reasons. I made excuses, but now I finally had the opportunity to live out and fulfill this dream. Switzerland was not my first choice. My first choice, I actually really wanted to move to Paris, but the whole visa situation in Paris and the language, you know, Switzerland made more sense. I have the citizenship. I know somewhat the language. I know, you know, some of the culture, so it would be more comfortable here for me to come to Switzerland. So that's why I'm in Switzerland. So that is the reason why I am in Switzerland. That's why I moved here. That's why I randomly landed here. I was adopted at birth, and both my parents happen to be Swiss. But yeah, I am so happy that I did this, because I have, you know, accomplished my goal. Number 1, of moving abroad. Number 2, of learning more about my parents and this Swiss culture that was foreign to me growing up. It's making more sense now, you know? Like, I can give you so many examples, but that would be such a long video. But I mean, like recycling, my mom was so big on recycling. Like, she literally had like 10 different things, like 1 bin for aluminum foil, 1 bin for plastic, 1 bin for cardboard, so much. And I was like, what is she doing? Like, this is crazy. Why are you trying to recycle this much? You know, nobody in America, I mean, the majority of America does not recycle. They don't care about that. And if they do recycle, it's not that extensive. Here in Switzerland, recycling is like so serious. So serious. Everybody has separate bins for every different type of recyclable item. There's stations. Every like block, there's a drop-off station where you could take your recyclables and put them in like a bin for the mass pickup. Everywhere. This is everywhere. Here in this apartment, we have all these bags of things to be recycled. Here, I will show you actually. See? This is the cardboard, plastic, glass, cans. So this is really serious, and everybody in Switzerland does this. So that's just, again, one of those examples of something that felt foreign to me growing up with my parents in America, that now is not so foreign. I understand now why my mom was so serious about recycling. It's because she's Swiss. This is what Swiss people do. They recycle like crazy. But anyways, I hope that I answered your question about why I moved to Switzerland, what I'm doing here, how I ended up here. How did a black woman end up in Switzerland? So if you have any questions, please comment below and I'll answer them. I do actually read the comments and I do respond to you guys. I really try to respond to everybody. So yeah, feel free to post your questions. Thank you again, of course, for all this love and support with this channel. Yay, we reached 3K subscribers. Thank you so much. I couldn't have done this without you. Never thought like my channel would be anything. I thought I would have stopped a long time ago, but you guys have motivated me to keep going. But anyways, I will come back with another video soon. I have some exciting videos coming up very, very soon. Thank you guys so much. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I'll see you in the next one.